Very good morning to you. It is day 2 of these Fazza Powerlifting World Cup in Dubai. And we have got 6 events on today, starting with the women's 45 kilo decider, 4 in that. Women's 55 and 61 kilo coming up as well. And we have a referee's draw on the way too. A very good morning from Will Downing. And it will be Yari Laina, Fatih Lashahab and Norsia Mohammed from Finland, Libya and Malaysia respectively, and Lee Yu-jin, who's the technical controller, alongside the 3 referees. So our field for this: Rahab Gare, Manpreet Kaur, Amal Ali and Samira Gurua. It's a nice straightforward field, and the heaviest attempt in the opening round will be the 90 kilo shot from the Algerian Samira Gurua. 4th in the Paralympic Games and silver in the most recent African Championships. It's a good field. It is a quality field. Manpreet Kaur as well from India, who performed so well in picking up another bronze medal at the Asia Oceania Championships. There was a 4th place in that for Amal Ali from Bahrain. And Rahab Gare as well, we were due to see at the World Championships, but did not start the competition. Same with the rest of the Kenyan field. I'll run through the various record holders as well here. Excellent venue. It's a nice field this, so we're going to have 12 lifts in regulation. At this, I suppose realistically, most prestigious of the World Cup events in the tour, which covers all the continents, of course. So here we are, here we go. We have got, pound for pound, a very decent field, and there will be a nice jostle, I think, for the medals this morning. We are bang on 10 a.m. Dubai time. So we start off with Kenya and Rahab Gare. We are yet to see her compete at a major championship. As I was saying, she was originally in the field for the World Championships last year in Tbilisi, but we didn't see very many, if any, Kenyan competitors at that in the end. So her coach on stage is David Wahore. Also Lena Marita, who is watching backstage, 31 years old, going for 65 in this opening round, and that would be competitively a new lifetime best. So here she comes for 65, and well, that was a massive interruption just on the uplift. We'll see what's given here. Yeah, it's no lift. Yeah, I'm afraid just as that press was beginning, it was stopped in its tracks. Well, that was unfortunate for her. You could just see in the way up there it halted and it dips down, but it stopped on its way, and that was it. So, first attempt from Rahab Gare is unsuccessful. So, ready to go for India. She's had a really good year. Bronze for the second time in the Asia Oceania Championships in Pyeongtaek. Fourth in the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. It's Manpreet Kaur. Rita Singh coming on stage with her. And watching backstage, Tanvir Lakhani. And they might have a bit of a tag team a little later on in terms of the coaching and who will be on stage with her. Well, she's 36, and that excellent result in Pyeongtaek has resulted in a lot of headlines actually back home in India, which is terrific news, and she's continuing to keep this sport and para sport to the forefront in general in India, which is tremendous news in its own right. Bronze in Kitakyushu in 2018 in the Asia Oceania Championships, follow that up with third place again with bronze in Pyeongtaek. Fourth in the last Asian Games in Jakarta 4 years ago, the Asian Para Games, and obviously it is around this time of year next year when the next edition will take place. So she's left herself enough time on the bench. This for 72 from Manpreet Kaur, and that is a good lift. 2-1 in her favour, and that sets her up really well. But there's only 25 kilos between the four individual attempts in this opening round, and okay, the first one has been missed, but it suggests there's not going to be a lot between any of them today. They're all in the elite category. There are no next gens, there are no legends. Well, they're all legends in their own right. But in terms of the age category, well, this is a fine lift. Performed really well at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham at the NEC, and those really excellent crowds that were there for that. And there were only two events for the women, lightweight and heavyweight, so it was mashing together of a whole load of weight divisions. Amal Ali of Bahrain, her country's first female international powerlifter. Fourth in the Asia Oceania Championships and a major championship debut in Pyeongtaek in June. And her coach on stage with her is Ali Araf. Currently 13th in the world, which isn't a bad position to be really for somebody who's come onto the international scene very recently in the past 6 months. Bahrain through Nada Ahmed at the Paralympic Games in 1988. That was their big debut, and a lot of attention for Amal Ali here in this World Cup. And Amal Ali gets a good lift. 2 out of 3. The 2 side referees satisfied with that for the island nation in the Gulf. And it will be exit stage left for her. Well, that was a very nice result for Amal Ali. So it's a breakthrough for her country. As now we have for Algeria, with the heaviest attempt in this opening round of 90 kilos, Samira Guerrera. Just recently won gold at the Iowas Games in Portugal. That off the back of winning her 4th medal at an African Championships, or at an African Games. It was silver in Cairo 6 weeks ago. Very good silver medal, her 2nd silver after 2 bronzes. Seen her at 5 World Championships, 4th in the Paralympic Games. She was in Tokyo last year, 5th in Belize at the Worlds at the end of last year, her best World Championships result. And a coach with her, as always, Mohamed Salah Benata, the national team coach. She's based in Constantine, which is her home city as well. So going for 90, and this would be the lead for Samira Guerrera. A lot of time on the bench, and it was well used. 2-1 in her favour, and she leads for Algeria. Very good start for that first round. We've had 3 good lifts, 1 no lift, and Samira Guerrera is our leader on 90, and she leads by 13, which is a nice advantage. Good, strong, solid lift. And a lot to enjoy with that. Now in the tunnel here is Rahab Gare. Now we've got 4 in this, so we will have a 3-minute wait. So she can definitely rest and relax in the tunnel for a few minutes. There's 4 competitors. Because of that, there's a mandatory amount of time that's required between attempts, which means there's a 3-minute break between the rounds. So Samira Guerrera is our leader on 90, Amal Ali of Bahrain on 77, and Manpreet Kaur in 3rd spot for India on 72. So a nice setup here as usual in Dubai at this centre for people of determination. Which has already had the honour of staging at the World Championships in 1998 and 2014, and will do so again next year. And a reminder that it has been moved a further 2 months from June of next year to August. A few shifts in the schedule. Plenty of movement backstage, plenty happening backstage. And we also have the athletes getting ready for the next event, which will be the combined women's 55 and 61 kilo final. So it's beginning to get a little bit busier in the warm-up area. Now Reha Bangari has been waiting in the tunnel for a little bit, but she should be okay to come out now. Well, she is following her pattern. She missed 65 in the opening round and is going for 70 now. Had a quick view of Greta Verdanyan a few moments ago of Armenia. So here she comes. She's had a bit of a wait here. It's kind of unfortunate, but I guess she's been primed in the tunnel anyway, and she's ready to go. So this is for 70 kilos for Rahab Gare for Kenya, and it is officially now her international debut after being due to be at the start line, but not in the end competing at the World Championships last year. So welcome aboard now. So here's her lift for 70, and she's got that up well, and that is no lift, I'm afraid. It is 2-1 against for the stop sequence and the press sequence. The two side referees voting that down, unfortunately, so that's something to be sorted out. And she sadly misses out there. So it's the stop sequence. Yeah, probably just not enough contact with the chest. And the press sequence as well, she got voted down on. It was only 2 and against, so it's not a massive issue. Enough for her to be voted down, of course. Anyway, here comes Manpreet Kaur for India. And now on stage with her is Tanvir Lakhani, and it will be Rita Singh's turn to be watching the pictures backstage. Well, what a nice luxury to be able to enjoy that. It was 72 in the opening round for her. It's to 77 that she's going for now. She was originally due to go for 75 in the opening round, but went down by 3, which is not a bad idea. Now the last time she started the lift with around 20 seconds to go, but she's already settled really early here. We saw her make her debut in a major championship back in 2015 at the Asian Open in Almaty. got a lift of 65. She's moved on a nice bit since then. This for 77 for Manpreet Kaur. Oh, it is 2-1 against, and it is the stop sequence again from our two side referees. So she misses out on that, and of the 6 lifts that we've had in this event now, 3 good lifts, 3 no lifts. She's a competitor who has certainly moved on well down through the years, and her lifetime best 88 at the Commonwealth Games and the Asia Oceania Championships earlier this year. Amal Ali of Bahrain, who've been in the sport at the highest level for 33, 34 years, since the Paralympic Games in 88, the first modern Paralympics. Really the first games of the agreement that it would definitely run at the same venue as the Olympic Games. Before that, it was only intermittently held in a format that we'd recognise these days. And Bahrain were represented in powerlifting at those Seoul Paralympics in 1988. First proper TV coverage. Well, I see it depends how you define proper, but first TV coverage of any kind came for those games, and obviously we know how it has expanded since. So Amal Ali, having cleared 77 in the opening round, going for 80 here. And that is a good lift. It's 2-1 in her favour, and she's got all of the lifts so far. She leads in the total lift on 157. Well, that was really supreme from Amal Ali. And the lead for Samira Guerrero is still quite considerable, 10 kilos after this, but Amal Ali has been competitive in this Dubai World Cup. When you talk about competitive, well, this woman's always that. Samira Guerrero coming on with Mohammed Salah Banata. So 90 in the opening round, this for 95. She's kept herself busy. That's silver medal in the African Championships. It was 94 that she finished on in Cairo at the end of October. 113 is what Latifat Tijani of Nigeria won on. But she's allowing herself sufficient time. Oh, it's got the front row well enraptured. So 95 for Guerrero. Ooh, she's punched through that well. So this is heavier than what she lifted to win the silver in Cairo at the African Championships, and that is a good lift. 2-1 in her favour. The two-side referees voting on her side, and she leads in terms of the total lift of 95. 185 is her total lift now, and she's got a lot to celebrate, and justifiably so, as she goes clear on 95. A very, very good lift, and well, that's a lot to satisfy. She won gold a few weeks ago in Portugal at the Iowa Games, and she's looking good again here in top spot. So again, there's an additional break of 3 minutes. That is to allow time, because we've only 4 competitors here. That's to allow 15 minutes between individual attempts. That means Rahab Gare we'll be seeing in a few minutes' time. Samira Guru leading on 95, Amal Ali on 80, Manpreet Kaur on 72, having missed her second round attempt. Rahab Gare still waiting for her first successful attempt of the day, and it's the same 1-2-3 in terms of the total lift as well, and that is definitely one of the heaviest lifts of Samira's career, and she's already outstripped her medal winning performance from 6 short weeks ago in Cairo, and since then she's had her success in the Iowa Games as well, which is the multi-sport event for wheelchair athletes. And she lifted up to 86 in that. 80 she started with in Portugal, then 86, and then missed out in the last round of 90. So she's certainly moved on really well since then. And Amal Ali is having a really great time of it also, I have to say. From Bahrain, which is not that very far away from here, obviously just up the Gulf, slightly past Qatar. And Samira Garua, who has been really smooth in her lifting so far. Rahab Gare came very close to it in the second round. That is her second round attempt there. And Manpreet Kaur for India, who missed out on 77, 2-1 against in the second round. So now we're into the third and final round. So Rahab Gare, an opportunity to get onto the board here. So Rahab Gare, well, she's going for 72, and this would bring a level with Manpreet Kaur. If she gets it, she's missed her first 2 attempts at 65 and 70, and this for a lifetime best of 72. David Wahore. So this 72, so she stayed on a pattern, this to get 72, and she has got that pressed through. And that is a good lift. That is 2-1 in her favour, and she goes into a tie for bronze. It's a new lifetime best, and a lot of credit to her for that. She made it work so well, and you can see the delight. It is justifiable delight for Raham Kare, for Kenya. And she has a big chance of a medal. What happens next? She's done really well. She was just so overjoyed when the result came through, and she just about kept that clean. So she goes level with Manpreet Kaur, who's coming out again with Rita Singh. All those very strong results she's had lately. Just edged out in the Commonwealth Games into 4th spot, and 4th in the last edition of the Asian Para Games in Jakarta. Ambitions for Hangzhou next year. Ambitions for this stage in Dubai next year in the World Championships in August. This is for 80. It has gone beyond this, up to 88 in competition this year. So this to put her into a tie for silver. Right now she is in a tie for bronze. Manpreet Kaur for 80, and steady does it. She's made it. Good lift, 2-1, and that is her in the medals. It's a tie for silver for now. At worst it will be bronze. 2 of her 3 lifts were good. 152 her total lift. She joins Amal Ali on 80. Amal Ali will have her ultimate say in a moment. Right now, well, there might be a head-to-head lift needed to divide them. Depends what we're going to see in the next 2 minutes. Amal Ali for Bahrain, who has lifted 77 and 80. So a tie for silver right now. In terms of the total lift, she's out on her own in 2nd place on 157. And if she gets this to go into the lead in terms of the total lift, this for the silver medal outright in the main competition. Well, she's 31. And she's one of those who still has her birthday to come this year in exactly 2 weeks' time, so happy birthday. Fourth spot in the Oceania Championships in Pyeongtaek earlier this year. Edged out by 10 kilos in that. She got to 80, which she has matched today, so this for a new lifetime best of 83 for Amal Ali of Bahrain. And that's difficult. So she's not going to get that. It's no lift on 83. So at the moment in a tie with Manpreet Kaur on 80. She takes silver in the total lift, and Samira Guerrero takes the gold medals in the best lift and the total lift. Amal Ali and Manpreet Kaur locked on 80 in the silver medal position. So they'll ostensibly have to come and do it again. Just wasn't making that work, unfortunately, and then the spotters just had to do their job. So she has matched her lifetime best today, but hasn't extended it. Here is our winner, Samira Guerrero of Algeria. Well, she's been successful with 90 and 95. And now going for 96. This to add to her recent success. And she's had a few of them. Well, this will be another lifetime best. She equalled it in the first round on 90 from the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Broke it in the second round with 95, and this to do it again on 96. And she's punched through, and she's got it raised. This could be a very fruitful morning. It is anyway. Stop sequence 2 and against, and a philosophical reaction, but she's done really, really well. Didn't get 96, got 95. That's a lifetime best. That helps her definitely in terms of the Paralympic qualification as well, I would imagine. She finished 4th at the Paralympic Games, don't forget, in Tokyo last year. And she wins the gold in Dubai at this World Cup. Stop sequence just saw edged out this time. She finished in 4th spot behind Justyna Kuzwick of Poland in Tokyo, and that was 90 in Tokyo for Samira Guerrero and 101 for the pole. So those are the standards that are needed to get on the podium for Paris, you would imagine. Anyway, Samira Guerrero, she's edging closer and closer. She finishes on 95. She wins the total lift on 185. We have a head-to-head lift coming now because of the tie for silver, and if you've not seen one of these previously, it's come in the past 2 continental competitions. Would have been in place for the Iowa's Games as well. Previously, when there was a tie, it was decided on the lighter body weight, and that was scrapped at the start of this year. And the head-to-head lift was optional, and surprisingly every single competitor opted not to do it. Well, now it's mandatory, so you have to. So they come out again, and they have to lift 80 once more, which is what they are tied on. And if they both succeed, or if they both miss, then they will share the silver medal. So they're both going for 80 to decide the destination of the silver and bronze. Actually, what we've seen, by the way, for the regional championships is there might be something at stake here for Rahab Gare, because in the continental championships, when there has been a full tie, then there's still a bronze awarded, and that goes to the person who finishes in the next place. So keep them peeled. They're both on 80 for this, so they both lift 80 again, and if they're both successful, then it follows through as a tie. And maybe that is entirely fair from an India point of view, because it means 2 lifts on stage each for their 2 coaches, Rita Singh and on stage now Tanvir Lakhani. So Manpreet Kaur in again for 80 in this head-to-head. Well, she's done this already in round 3. Manpreet Kaur out again. She'd left herself 14 seconds. Very well done. 3 white lights for Manpreet Kaur. So she will be getting a silver medal. Good strong lift from her nation's top female powerlifter. How they've impressed and improved and raking the medals in almost at the moment for India. Now Amal Ali looking to do the same for Bahrain, going for 80. She missed 83 in round 3, lifted 80 in round 2, and she is back for 80 again now. And this for a complete tie. So this for the silver as well. Having made her championship debut back in June in Korea at the Asia Oceania Championships, and it was a good debut. Finished in 4th spot there. Pressed through well. And that too is a good lift for Amal Ali. So she and Manpreet Kaur finished locked on 80, and that was a very, very good performance. They finish with silver medals both. Samira Garua is our winner on 95. Amal Ali got that one spot on as well. and in the end there was nothing to separate her and Manpreet Kaur. They both lifted 80 twice. And that is silver medals for them both. The victory ceremony is on the way. Gold for Samira Goreua of Algeria, silvers for Amal Ali of Bahrain and Manpreet Kaur of India. And in terms of the total lift, Goreua, Ali and Manpreet Kaur, the 1, 2, 3. So, the victory ceremony for this women's 45 kilo competition, and because there has been a tie for silver, well, they don't like to leave podium places open, so that is very good news for Rahab Gare as she is upgraded to bronze, as was the case in the last two regional championships, the continental championships this year. So the presentation party for this victory ceremony, His Excellency Saeed Hareb, the Secretary General of the Dubai Sport Council, and Marwa Al Rahama, the head of CSR FAB. So for Kenya, it is bronze for Rahab Gare in her international debut, and she picks up the bronze medal here at this World Cup, and that for her is a super result. She had missed her first two lifts of 65 and 70, but she kept her pattern going. The last round was 72, she lifted that and she gets the bronze medal, and that is a very, very nice result, and well deserved too. And she's on the podium. How well she has done, and beaming. Well done. So a tie for silver. They couldn't be divided even after the head-to-head lift. So Manpreet Kaur of India and Amal Ali of Bahrain will receive a silver medal each, and a Burj Khalifa each. Both lifting 80 twice, and both sharing the second spot on the podium. It has been a very good year for Manpreet Kaur, and missed out in the medals just in the Commonwealth Games without bronze again in the Asia Oceania Championships, and silver medal here in Dubai alongside Amal Ali, who had fourth spot in the Asia Oceania Championships. That's the thing, of course, we have to watch out for in the results in future when we're looking back at these events, is when there's a tie, then the door opens up for further medals to be shared down the way. Ah, very good. Silver medals for both Manpreet Kaur and Amal Ali, and the gold going to Algeria and Samira Gweri-Ua. Well, she has herself had a tremendous past few months. Silver in the Africa Championships in Cairo, and then gold in Portugal at the Iwas Games, and gold again here for Algeria, the strong woman of the team, and a lifetime best of 95 that I make it, and almost another one of 96. She takes the title for Algeria, and that puts her in great stead to come back here next August for the World Championships. Samira is the champion for Algeria. Well, what a super competition that was. And we had, I think, 3 lifetime bests out of the 4 there, which is quite excellent. Samir Gurur with the gold for Algeria, Manpreet Kaur of India, Amal Ali of Bahrain in a tie for silver, and that meant Rahab Agare promoted to the bronze medal. What a very good competition. So, a lot to enjoy. The first event of the morning, which may have had 4 in it. But there was still a lot to very much enjoy. So next up it will be the combined categories, women's 55 and 61 kilo final. And that gets underway in the next quarter hour or so. Good work, everyone.